Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be speaking to you about the final fifth pillar of my free ebook, How to Thrive, Not Just Survive. If you haven't read it already, it's free for download via the link in my bio. And this pillar is trust the niverse. And it's such an important pillar because if we didn't have trust, where would we be? If we didn't have the ability to trust that everything was happening for our best interests, how would we be able to go forward? How would we be able to make decisions? How would we benefit from connecting with this beautiful world around us? And trust is not something that is easily gained. We all know that trust is something that has to be earned. But having trust in people or situations is very different from having trust in yourself and the universe. Because external people, external situations need to gain your trust. But you need to be able to trust yourself first. You need to be able to act in alignment with your highest self so that you are able to trust yourself, so that you can trust yourself to say no when you need to say no, so that you can trust yourself to speak your boundaries, so that you can trust yourself to speak your truth when your heart is telling you that it is the right thing to do. You need to be able to trust that you having studied enough is going to get you that test result that you need. You need to be able to trust yourself that walking down the street, you are protected by this golden force field of loving energy. You need to trust yourself in all situations. And you need to trust yourself not only to act, but also to step away when that's what is being called for, when that is what is necessary. Because we cannot have trust for the external, for the universe, for nature, for God, if we haven't already developed that trust within. It all starts with the self. And trusting yourself is a daily process. It's a daily alignment that you come into connection with. Because when you trust yourself fully, you can be confident in your own decisions. You can be confident in the way that you speak your mind and in the way that you present yourself and in the way that you share what's on your heart. Because if you had to trust that everything you needed to say was meant to be heard by someone else, would you ever doubt yourself? If you had to trust that every single creation that you bring into this world needed to be received by someone else, needed to be heard by someone else, needed to be put out into the world so that certain people could connect with your medicine, whatever that medicine may be, whether it's making music, whether it's writing poetry, whether it's singing, whether it's creating art, beautiful art that people can fill their homes with, whether it's creating a course, whether it's writing a book, anything. You need to trust that that message, that idea would not have come to you if it wasn't meant for you to bring it into this world, right? You need to trust that that message and that inclination for you to create this thing is actually a message from spirit. It's actually an intuitive download. It's actually an intuitive message from universal source consciousness. And it wants to be birthed into this world through your vessel, through your voice, through your womb, through your heart, through your hands, through your being. Because every single person has their unique message, has their unique medicine. My message and my medicine is going to be completely, uniquely beautiful to me. And so is yours. And that's why I've come to realize that competition is such an illusion. It's such a separation from the truth, because the truth is that every single person and their voice and their creations and their artwork is needed on this planet, because every single person will channel that through in a different way and will bring that out across in a different way that can help spark different messages, different ideas, different narratives, stories, different frames of mind, different thought patterns, different processes. Even in this moment, I haven't prepared anything for this video. I am just trusting that by putting myself in alignment and turning on the camera, what comes through me, what is being channeled through me from source, from my deep connection to my own intuitive, divine feminine nature, is going to be what needs to be said for this video. I am in full trust and in full flow to that trust, because I surrender to the flow of energy, life force energy moving through me. And this is such a deep theme I've been working with in my life. It's a deep theme of the root chakra. It is something we address in my course, Root and Reboot. And it is also something I've had to really align myself with, because if I didn't trust that the idea for my course wouldn't have come to me if it wasn't meant to be shared, then I would not be where I am today, leading 8 women through this 3-week journey. Those 8 women that joined my course, they needed this information, they needed this channeling, they needed this creativity. And if I didn't trust that that's what I needed to bring to this world in this moment, then I would not be here today, and I would not be connecting with those 8 women like I am. And even after I launched, no one was signing up after about a week, even 2 weeks, 10 days, no one was signing up. And it got me into this really deep funk. I started doubting myself. I started on that doubt spiral. And once those thoughts come, it just goes and goes and goes. And if you don't have the mental stability and the emotional strength to pick yourself up before you spiral all the way to the bottom, you will spiral all the way to the bottom. Because that is how life tests us. That is how our ego tests us, by bringing those shadow fears and feelings and doubts to the surface, so that we have 2 choices. We either choose to crumble and go into the spiral and hit rock bottom, or we choose to use that shadow as potential energy to help us upward spiral instead, to help us create change, to help us alchemize those feelings and that fear into something useful, into something that's powerful, into something that can take us to the next level, basically, in the way that we see ourselves and in the way that we anchor in our vision into this reality, and in the way that we can manifest. Because such a huge part of manifesting is believing, and not just knowing with your mind, but believing fully with your heart, with every cell of your body, that what is coming to you is meant for you. What you want to manifest, what you desire, is meant for you. And if it is meant for you, then it will come into your life. And it's having that deep trust that my manifestation is on its way. My manifestations are always being manifested in every single aspect of my life. Your manifestations don't disappear just because you start going into a shame spiral. No, It's about what you do with that energy. It's about how you utilize it, how you use it as a catalyst for your own expansion. Yeah, so I was in this deep shame spiral, this deep doubt spiral before or after 10 days of my course being out, because no one had signed up. And I was very low on money, and I was actually needing the money that was going to come from these women signing up. And that projection of me needing, and that projection of me feeling in lack, because I truly was in a state of physical lack, and that translated to emotional, mental, spiritual lack. But I was able to realize and come to terms within my own being that if I didn't decide that I was launching this course for no one else but myself, I was launching it for just me, for just my own learning experience, for just my own growth and expansion, and leveling up as a leader, as a teacher, as a spiritual guide in this world, and to have that bravery to just share, no matter who signed up or not. If I didn't come to that conclusion, I would probably still be in that state of needing people to sign up. Because once I realized, right, fuck the world, fuck it, fuck everything, fuck my feelings, like, yes, I'm going to feel them, yes, I'm going to allow them to come out, but I am choosing in this moment that this course will be for no one else but my own sense of gratitude, for my own channel, and for my own mind, and for my own ability to be able to do this. Because I proved something to myself that day. I proved that I could create a course and release it and create such depths of content. I proved that to myself. I proved to myself that I can do it. And as soon as I realized that and connected with that I was doing this for no one else but myself, and that I was releasing this into the world because that's what I wanted. As soon as I came to that point of view where I was like, it doesn't matter. It's whatever. Like, whoever signs up, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on myself. I'm focused on my own feelings. I'm focused on attending to my heart. I'm focused on connecting to my divine feminine channel, my divine feminine energy. As soon as I made that decision, guess what happened? People started to show up and sign up for my course, and it was amazing. Not one, not two, but 8 women inside my course. And 8 is my lucky number. I don't believe in coincidences, and neither should you, because everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And it's up to you to choose to upward spiral with that reason, to upward spiral with that energy. Because if we are holding on to something so tightly and we want to control and have it happen our way and it needs to be like this, look, there is no space for the universe to flow through you. Life is a constant dance between us and the universe. And if we're holding and gripping so tightly, there is no space for the universe to flow through us and to flow through our dreams and to help us co-create our manifestations. Because look here, if you're holding so tightly and this is your dream, and you slowly start to step away, and you are now here, and here's your dream, now there's so much space for universe to flow through you, and for magic, and for coincidences, and for, meetings with strangers who are going to connect you with this person, and then that person, and that person, like, we can have an idea of how we want our path to look, but it's not up to us to decide how it's going to unfold. It's not up to us. And the sooner we surrender to life, to the universe, to our own emotions, to our own desires, the sooner they will come. Holding on to that you're